Hey, what's up, traders? Mike here with the watch list video for Monday, October 16th. Couple red days in a row now on the SPY. I don't have the 200-day on this chart, but it's right around 421. You'd almost expect that to act like a magnet when it's kind of equivalent to the recent lows here. You'd almost feel like it's got to retest that 200-day and then retest the recent lows. But anything can happen, and I don't make any money trying to guess where the SPY is going on any given week. You guys know I just trade between the bells and look for things to trade. So let's start with, real quick, one highlight, PRZO. It was one of the stronger ones out there. And there's the daily now, so it's going to be on the watch list for tomorrow. But intraday-wise, I'm going to slide this over. Matt D, who's a chat room star, by the way, gave the idea PRZO 250, interesting, after it went up and hit 250. You guys in chat know, right? Half number inflection point with, you can't see them all here. You can just see the previous day's high not far above, right? But we definitely had stat catalysts, and I'll show you that in a second. But look at the 250 break, works right away, get a retest, and then it takes off into the close. Really nice call there. And let's go to 15s. All right, and then go back to that, the 250 break, right where my arrow is there, right? What do I mean by stat catalyst? We had yesterday's high, or the previous day's high above, which was 258. So only 8 cents above, you got a potential catalyst. And then you look to the left, and then the other day, it hit 285. There's another potential catalyst. So we look at those like dominoes, right? Stat catalyst, talk about it all the time. Half number inflection point, one domino, two dominoes, they both fell. So you got to, take the daily chart into consideration and then try to find intelligent entries on the intraday. So let's just start with PRZO. Certainly extended. It's had a big 2-day run, but we're going to watch that one all week. TPST had that crazy move. Now you've got 2 red days in a row. I'm just going to kind of treat that like a potential bounce play. A lot of bag holders in it, though, so keep that in mind. MLGO had a big pop on Friday. We'll see if we get any kind of follow-through setup on Monday. PSG had the $3 buyout offer, so it had a nice run from down here to a little over 250, but then you got a red day and another red day. So this is one that if, you get a narrow range for a while and then it lights up the new highs ticker, people might see it scrolling, traders might see it scrolling and say, oh, this thing's going to 3, right? So it's definitely worth having on a chart, and it's got, that $3 headline behind it, so it makes it more interesting to me. DG is Dollar General, which is really beaten up and then had that gap up on Friday on a CEO coming back, I think, and it closed about where it opened. I didn't feel like it gave any great trade setups on an intraday basis, but we might get a follow-through day of that gap up tomorrow, so it is on watch. HUSA, we'll watch oil. If oil's strong, this one's got an interesting chart. It had a pop the other day, pulled back, and it's right back up near those highs. And I also threw a penny oil play on watch CEI, which is consolidating and starting to break out to the upside. So if oil's strong, there's a couple cheapies to watch. MNTS, I like this one. Had a pop back here, which I don't know. Let me. What was a high? 366. I was gonna say, let me see how long ago. About 2 weeks ago, right? Topped out at 366. Broke it on Thursday, but gave a lot of it back, and then Friday's inching up again. So now you've got an inside day. So you've got Friday's high 366 and Thursday's high 434. So you got a potential inside day. So over 366 becomes really interesting. Definitely keep that one on watch tomorrow. Finger, FNGR. It's just, you can kind of picture a coiling pattern here. I like the fact we were watching it for a potential long on Friday, and I like the fact that it topped out at the whole number 7. So there we've got a possible whole number inflection point on Monday through 7, and then we talked about stat catalysts. You've got 737 and 797 as recent highs. So you do have a stat catalyst, whole number inflection point, possible scenario on that one. MOB, another Israeli stock like PRZO. So if PRZO continues, MOB could be a sympathy. It had this gap up here that topped out at 216, and then, gap down but closed strong, gap down, closed weak, and then gap down and closed strong again. So, and it seems to be topping out right around 2. If we can get through 2 with fervor, then maybe we make a run at that 216 high, especially if PRZO is going. All right. SMR after that pop here is flagging. So I want to keep that one on watch. APLT, I like this flag pattern here. You can kind of picture a trend line. I should have drawn one, but I didn't. and nice volume on Friday. GRTS. Still like this one, right? Had this huge move on news, and now we've got 3 red days in a row on declining volume into that buy zone area we like. So that one goes on watch for sure. WW, another red day. We had the breakout here, and now it's pulled back for 3 days, basically into its old range. I'm going to put that on bounce watch. BAX goes back on bounce watch. ETNB goes back on bounce watch. LW, first time for me on bounce watch. Had a big gap up here, sold off, another run, and then sold off again. Very interesting for a potential bounce. MBLY came down to support after it had fallen for 3 days, right? I should have been grabbing this below support on Friday for that snapback bounce. But anyway, still fallen for 3 days and bounced off support. That one goes on bounce watch. And then CNK, I think there's a lot of shorts in this name, is down like 5 days in a row. So I'm putting that on bounce watch as well. We'll add gappers to this list as we always do in the pre-market. That's it for me. I'm done babbling. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you guys in chat on Monday morning.